What is going on, guys? I have a little bit of time while I'm waiting for the brake disc to come in at O'Reilly for the vet. I had to replace the brake pads, and it turns out the brake discs were warped, so now I gotta wait for that. I had to wait for the discs already, and so blah blah, whatever. I gotta wait for that, so I figured I'd make a little bit of an update vlog, and so vet doing fine. No one really cares about that too much, but just doing the brake pads and everything, just kind of general maintenance. But I have gotten work done on the Lamborghini as well. I did make a video of doing a self-alignment, the kind of old school way with the string and the jack stands and everything, but my friend was smacking his gum the whole fucking time, and pretty much unusable footage, whatever. You know, it wasn't that interesting of a video anyways. But now the Lamborghini is all aligned up and the alignment should be good, so I will be taking this thing to alignment shop as soon as I get all the registration stuff figured out, and that rear taillight panel, which when I do the rear taillight panel I will be making my new exhaust, and that'll be kind of new and exciting, and I'll be taking you guys through that for sure. But another thing that some of you guys were kind of disappointed that I ended up doing, I mean, there's something else that you guys might have interest in, is this is the rear Corvette wheel. This is a, what size wheel? This is a 295 35 R18, so they're both 18s, but this thing definitely has more of a sidewall than this one. But you can see it's overall it's a taller wheel, or maybe not, I don't really know. I mean, the camera doesn't help this, but I guess that's tilted as well. Anyways, much wider wheel. This is a 295, which is 10 millimeters wider than the fronts of the Miata, and that again is the rear of the Vet. The fronts are 265 something, I don't know, but so you can definitely see, god damn it, size comparison. I mean, it's crazy. And then something you guys were kind of disappointed that I got rid of was the light bar, and so I did actually receive light bar, and so I'm going to be replacing, you know, like I said before, the whole reason I got rid of the light bar in the first place was because it didn't really flow with the headlights and the lights in the mouth. So what I did was I went ahead and got a light bar, and then I got the LED lights for the mouth, or I'm going to actually take these, I'm going to put wrap over this. I'm going to put the yellow wrap so it looks like the kind of the old ones with the yellow tint, so it's fog lights, and those are going to replace the ones in the mouth. And then I got 4 kind of little like projector things for the headlights, so that should definitely change it up and look pretty unique. You know, I think it'd be pretty cool, and maybe I'll actually be able to see for once, because these really aren't that bright, but they're bright, they're just not directional. And then the light bar, same exact size, 42-inch curve. Just this one's much nicer than the one I had before. All of the lights that I got are all from AUXBEAM lighting, and I'll go ahead and put their link in the description. All their stuff is super cool. They have some definitely like interesting lights. They have these light bars where you can like replace and like snap in these kind of covers that like change the colors, and actually pretty cool. Unfortunately, they didn't have a curved one of those, but it's all good, because I probably would have gotten myself in trouble with some like blue and red lighting or something, and obviously that's not really a good idea. You know, I don't really want to be attracting even more attention to myself. But anyways, a lot of you guys were disappointed that I got rid of it. I got another one, and we're going to be replacing other lights in the car as well with LED lights, so that should be cool. This car is pretty drivable now. All I need to do is start doing the flares as soon as I don't really know. I don't really have too much other to do. I could start the flares right now if I wanted to. So pretty soon that'll be getting going. Just in case you guys were wondering, I am going to be making different brackets. It's going to mount this thing a little bit further forward and down. I just want it to get as close to the glass as possible. I'm actually going to make this mount kind of nice. Before it was kind of hack job, and it's probably not going to be that nice. It's definitely going to sit more how I wanted it to sit before, and it was definitely a good position. It's just I wish it would have been lower, and just because I just don't want it to be higher than this. It could be a little bit higher. I just want it to be you know, just right here. I think it would have been cool if they had like a single row that was curved too. They do have single rows, this company, the AUXBEAM, but they don't have the curved. It would be cool if they had the single row curved, so I could have like kind of a thin, you know, thing going on there. But fortunately, like I said, they don't have that. And then they also don't have the ones where you can like clip it on here. But this is definitely a whole lot nicer than the one I had before. The one I had before, like I said, I bought at a swap meet, so you know, obviously not as high quality. This one still has the switch and everything, but you can tell just by these, like this plug is like crazy nice quality. Like I was actually incredibly surprised. I mean, the quality of this is way surpasses my old one. And then these, you just hook these up, hot and negative. The only thing with these ones is they're pretty deep, so obviously they're meant for like a Jeep or something, but I'll make them work. But just so you guys know, these are not my headlights. These are going to be replacing these lights down here, if you can see. And so, and then also, you guys might have noticed my hood's not really closing too well. I think whenever I was hitting the shit out of the inner fender to make clearance for the tire, I think I might have hit the bolts over or something. I've had this closed, but it definitely wants to get caught up on that. All I gotta do is move this over and then I'll close, but not really too big of an issue. But it's whatever. So anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Dare you, I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what?
One more time.